Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another fast Descendant video. So I've finished working on another gun. I have unlocked its core and it is the Enduring Legacy. And I don't just have one Enduring Legacy, I have two Enduring Legacies with its core unlocked. Even have a third one to show some other things. Now, the reason for two guns is because primarily we have used the Enduring Legacy as a boss killer. So I have worked with that. The second gun, I was curious to see if we can turn this into a good mobbing gun simply because we are getting more stages through the Void Erosion purge with the 6th of February update. So right now we have up to 20 stages. On the 6th, we will get a further 10 stages, taking it all the way to 30. At the moment, stage 20, we can clear comfortably with someone like Ines, barely using the guns, but I suspect with the next update and more levels, the later levels might require some gun usage as well, because the enemies might get tougher and you'll have to combine the skills and the power of the guns. And the Enduring Legacy is one of the best guns in terms of DPS. So that is why I worked with the mobbing gun. And the third gun I have here just to demonstrate a few things in the lab. Okay, so first let's quickly check the cores that I've used on both the weapons. Then I'll go in the lab and show you a few things that I wanted to explain. And then later on, I'll show you a few boss kills with the bossing weapon, because the idea with the bossing weapons that I had was, can we kill one of the later bosses solo purely with the gun without using skills or barely any skills? Like someone like Enzo, for example, you can increase the crit rate and you can try and one phase some of the later bosses like Gluttony and so on. And of course, we'll get higher level cores as well, so that should make it more interesting. Anyway, so what we have here first is the boss killing gun. So that is this one here. If we look at the weapon options first, we have firearm attack, firearm critical hit rate, critical hit damage, and bonus firearm attack versus Colossus. So the Colossus one, we need that if you want to use the Colossus bonus here, because otherwise it won't apply if you don't have it on the weapon option. So first one is the free slot. With the free slot, I took the firepower augmentation level 7 core, and it gives you only two options, either firearm attack or bonus firearm attack versus Colossus. In this case, because this gun is primarily being used for Colossus killing, I went with this one. I got 280%, it goes to 290. I'm not trying to max it out right now, but again, because we are getting higher level cores with the 6th February update, the cores will go up to level 10. And of course, you can also combine the lower level cores to get higher level cores. So that's why I've just put some good ones here, the ones that I want. And then when we get higher percentages, we'll use that from the higher level cores. So this is the first option. The second one is the red core here, hit augmentation. We get either weak point damage, critical hit rate, critical hit damage. Weak point isn't great on this gun, and I tried it, I tested it, I tried using mods alongside it, but I got better results with increasing the crit damage. Now crit rate is okay on the gun, and if you get something here, you can increase it a little further. But like I said, if you're using someone like Enzo or Haley, you can increase the crit rate as it is. And even now, with such a big magazine, crit rate isn't that big a problem. So I went with crit damage because we just simply do more damage per shot. Besides this, we get two options for the yellow precision augmentation and one for the special augmentation. Now the special augmentation is wasted here because we don't have an option with faction damage. So if you put anything here, it'll not work. It doesn't add that. You need to have it on there. So I just left it blank because it's not needed. And then with the two precision ones, you have very useful things here. But in this case, what I decided to do was go with recoil reduction because the gun has decent recoil. So I wanted to reduce it a little bit. And I also went with aim shot accuracy because the aim isn't great either. Now you can go with a bit of sprint speed or grappling hook. That is what I do with the other guns. You could do that with the mobbing one, but I felt like improving the aiming and the recoil just made it more comfortable and lighter to use, if that makes sense. Anyway, so that is the Colossus gun. The other one is the mobbing gun. Now the mobbing gun, most of it is pretty similar. So if you see the weapon options, I have critical firearm attack, critical hit rate, critical hit damage, and instead of the Colossus, we have rounds per magazine to do more damage, more bullets, things like that. Now the first slot, once again, very similar. We have the two options of either firearm attack or bonus firearm attack. I just took firearm attack again because we are not using this against Colossus. The second option, once again, same here. I went with crit damage, and the other two are also same. One for reducing the ADS accuracy, basically, and increasing the accuracy, and the other one is to reduce the recoil. So with this setup, the gun feels really good. I'll show you in the lab why I'm using the recoil and the aim shot reduction. Okay, so let's go to the lab and I'll show you what I'm doing, and I'll show you the builds as well if you want. Before I show you the recoil differences with the three guns, I'll just share the builds really quickly to show you what I've tried to do. So with the Colossus build, what we have is standard stuff, a lot of concentration, crit rate, crit damage, put fire enhancement, and I've used sharp precision shot because in my experimentation, sharp precision was doing the best work against Colossus when you're trying to one-phase them. So very standard stuff here. You may have seen this build. Again, I have another one for Freda with a slight difference apart from this. Instead of this, I have the compulsive magazine. So we get more ammo. So these are basically the same builds, but this is the one that I've been using. I've been using this for a while. The other build for the mobbing gun is completely different. We are focusing more on accuracy and things like that. So I've used this mod here to reduce the recoil and further recoil reduction with this one. So we are not using sharp precision or fire enhancement. You can use fire enhancement. You can drop one of the recoil mods if you feel comfortable with the recoil slight reduction. But I just want to show you an extreme example of removing the recoil of the gun and how well it handles. So this is the more accurate mobbing build, let's say. All right, so now this gun here, this is the base gun. Okay, no cores unlocked here. Has the same stats as you can see. Also has fire attack actually. So this one is the base gun that you would have without the cores. Okay, so this is the normal gun, the one that is not does not have its core unlocked and no recoil modes. So what I'll do is I'll aim over here, and in order to show you the recoil, I'll not pull down the mouse. I'll just press the left mouse button and I'll let it run, and you'll see the pattern. Now, what I've noticed with the pattern is it sort of goes this way, then it goes left and right, left and right, left and right, and towards the end there's another kick up, and then same. This is the pattern that I'm seeing with the Enduring Legacy. All right, so here we go. Okay, so this is the recoil on the Enduring Legacy. If you've used the gun, if you've played the game for a while, you have used this gun, you know it is a little bit of a heavy gun. Okay, so that's the second kick up, and so that is basically the recoil pattern of the gun. So once again, it sort of kicks up, goes this way, left and right, and then a little more kick, and that is the recoil for this gun. Now, what I'll do is I'll show you the boss killer, because this gun has a little recoil on the weapon core over here. You can see I've reduced the recoil a little bit, but the rest of the mod is exactly the same, no further recoil reduction. You'll notice a slight difference here. Okay, so over here, same thing. Previously, we were up to here somewhere. Okay, you can see it's a little reduced, and left and right is not swaying as much. It's not also going up that much. A little more comfortable to control this. Again, you saw the second kick, very tiny compared to the previous one, and that is the boss killer. Okay, now I'll show you the one where we have removed the recoil, made it very comfortable. We've used two mods to reduce recoil even further, and we have more ammo on this one. So this is the accurate mod. You will be surprised that this gun can be this recoilless, let's say. Okay, so do we have the right gun? Just make sure. Critical hit damage, we have the mobbing build. Okay. All right, so notice, again, I'm not pulling down the mouse. I'm just holding the left mouse button. There you go, no recoil, almost no recoil. Very, very little recoil. I'm literally not moving the mouse, just holding the left mouse button. I should have used some sort of hand cam. But yeah, no kicks, no second kicks, no left and right swing. It is just very, very easy. Okay, so that is how we have reduced the recoil and made this into a mobbing gun. Now, for the using the accuracy, notice with this one here, this is the base gun with no cores. We are getting aim shot and hip fire 61 and 66%. So with the one where we use the aim shot accuracy, notice we are getting 100% accuracy with the ADS. So this way, not only have we reduced the recoil, we've improved the aiming. So we are just doing more damage. It'll be easier to aim with this gun. Same with the boss one. With the aim improvement on the gun, we are getting this up to 91 simply because the stats may be a little different here. So bossing one is a little bit in between the two in terms of recoil and accuracy. This one is perfectly accurate and very little or almost no recoil here. So this is the setup here. Again, I'll show you the builds really quickly. This is the accurate build for mobbing. This might be the one that you might get. It's only 2 mods here for improving the recoil. You could skip this one and put fire just in case. But if you are going to be using against mobs, you may not need the fire. Or you could get fire on the roll of the gun. Now this is one of the guns that did not get a fixed attribute like some of the other ultimate guns. So that is why you may want a little bit of fire. With the bossing one, we have kept the fire. And we have kept sharp precision shot because this is the one that seems to give the best results. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll take this bossing gun and show you with Enzo against Frostwalker because that is the highest boss I've managed to clear in one go with this gun. And so we are here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the gun that doesn't have the core unlocked first to show you whether we can clear it or not. Normally, I used to get very close to one-phasing the boss with the gun that doesn't have the cores unlocked. So this is the gun without the cores unlocked. Okay, we use the Enzo first ability to get the crit, and let's see if we can clear it because I was getting very, very close with the Frostwalker, but I couldn't one-phase him if the cores were not unlocked. And this one also doesn't have the Colossus rolls on it. And there we have it. You can see here we are about, I would say 30% health remaining. So you can't quite clear the Colossus. We are still using the normal Colossus mobbing, Colossus build, I should say. But we are just failing to clear the boss in one go. I can clear him quite comfortably, but we'll go back and use the core unlocked version next. So this time we'll use the gun designed for taking out the Colossus, same mod page, same Descendant. We will try and use his abilities. I've got this fat suit on Enzo, and I worry if I break the grapple with this thing, it just feels so big. All right, let's see, get ready in position. Now you still have to aim at the weak points and stuff, otherwise you may end up with making the boss immune with like tiny sliver of health left, so just make sure you're always aiming for the weak points. This is bad. I missed. No, I got it. Because if you're not aiming for the weak points, you will enrage them faster. But you can see here we cleared the Frostwalker, and we still have 18 bullets left on the Enduring Legacy. Let's see how long it took. 13 seconds or something. 14 seconds. See, you can clear just with the gun. Of course, you need a little help with the Descendant's ability to increase the crit rate in this case. With others, you may not be able to do it. But yeah, this is how you can one-phase the boss. You notice the difference between the gun without the cores and without the Colossus rolls, and the gun with all of that included. And remember, we only have level 7 and level 6 cores at the moment. Once we get level 10 cores, we might be able to clear some of the other bosses as well. So hopefully that was fun. Let me know what you think and how hard are you expecting the later stages of the Void Erosion to be, because I want to be prepared. I have built the Secret Garden. I made 2 copies of the Secret Garden as well. I have also used the Fallen Home. Fallen Home is probably not going to cut it in the later stages in my opinion. I just made it because I was curious. And of course, we also should work on the Thunder Gauge. Maybe I'll do that next. Greg's could be a good option as well. So yeah, there's still a few guns. I've already done the Mortia. So yeah, let's see how hard the new content is going to be. Anyway, thank you for watching and see you next time.